No. Give me a heart in your chat box, in your reaction box. I only work with love and affection. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back here to another awesome mastermind session on Tuesday evening. Somehow it feels very special today because we are going to be exploring the possibility of the power of the mind and understanding the mind today. And that is why usually our Tuesday evening mastermind sessions are for our group members only, for our community members only. But this time, I wanted to open it up to people from outside of our community. So if you are not part of the community, give me a NC in the chat box. If you have not joined the Dinas Fitness community, give me a NC in the chat box, and we'd love to welcome you personally. Medha, Tanvi, Rishi, Sai, wow. All community members, please welcome all these awesome, beautiful people. Come on, Shanti, Neha, Chalapalli, Premal, welcome to each and every one of you. Sharda, Madhvi, not in the community, Anupama, Chandana, welcome to each and every one of you. Okay, now listen, look here, everyone. Do this. If you are already part of the Dinas Fitness community, give me a DF in the chat box. Woohoo! Thank you. Awesome, man, awesome. I'd like to thank each and every one of you for coming here on this session today. This session will be for about an hour. The way I have planned the hour is I'm going to first talk about the code of honor for our community members. And then we will, I'll share the plan how to get started on this journey, whichever level you are in. And then I'll be talking about the power of the mind. And once I'm done with the power of the mind, say, yay! I'm going to be taking you into breakout rooms so that you meet your fellow friends. So give me this one, give me this reaction, because you're going to be excited meeting all your yippee. Yes, give me a yippee in the chat box. Superb. Awesome. Thank you so much. We have a couple of rules in this room. Rule number 1 is please switch on your videos unless you have taken prior permission from me. Rule number 2 is keep that smile going on your face, because it's only when you have an awesome attitude, that's when you'll actually get the results. So keep that smile going. And rule number 3 is go grab a pen and paper today. Because even if you take one of my ideas and implement it, it's going to be mind-blowing for all of you. Okay, super. So if you're traveling, or if you're driving, or if you are doing something, or if you're changing or having a shower, please make sure that your videos are switched off. Okay, thank you. So community members, for those of you who have just joined the community members and this is your first ever mastermind session, give me a FT in the chat box. Welcome to all the ones who come in for the first time. Jyoti, Radhika, Kirti, Kalpita, Deepti, Dipali, Zora, Swati, Namrata, Shilpa. Wow, that's a lot of people that are coming in for the first time. Welcome to each and every one of you. Before I get started, I'd also like to wish each and every one of you a happy Ugadi. So wish you all and your family members a very happy Ugadi, and whatever other names that are there in the other country, in the other states. Happy festival and enjoy. I hope you all enjoyed your festival with your family members. I did too. I celebrate all the festivals. As we get started, let me remind each and every one of you that this community has been nurtured on 5 pillars. How many pillars? Show of hands. 5 pillars. Thank you. Pillar number 1. Without one of these pillars, your journey will not be successful. Pillar number 1. come what may, we will exercise. So not exercising is not an option for the members of this community. I do not want any excuses. My leg is hurt, my arm is hurt, my back is hurt. If one part of your body is hurt, you need to go and work out on the other leg segments. If your legs are hurt, you can do your abs and your upper body. If your upper body and neck is hurt, you can do your legs. So there is no need of taking a break whatsoever. So come what may, every single day, if you're going to brush your teeth, you must exercise as well. Pillar number 2, mindful eating. You will think before you eat, or you will think before you put anything in your mouth. Because this journey requires a lot of hard work. And after doing the workout, if you go and eat any junk food that is not required by your body, the hard work that you're putting in for calorie output is gone. So make sure that you are thinking before you eat. Pillar number 3, patience. It requires a lot of patience. You've taken that many years or that many months to gain that weight. Now, you need to give yourself time to go and start getting those results. You will get those results provided you are patient. So patience is a very strong pillar. Anything too soon, too fast will not give you the results. Pillar number 4, charity. We as a community strongly believe that we are here where we are. It's a harsh truth. I'm your coach and I can say the truth because you have eaten some wrong things which was not required by your body. And you have ruined your health in some way or the other. As a strong pillar of this community, this is called charity. I want each and every one of you to think about what I'm telling you. That as a community, we have been giving away grains and giving away charity. So charity, I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about grains. So when you buy 1 kilo, 2 kilos, 3 kilos, 5 kilos, 25 kilos, whatever you want to do, I have nothing to do with it. You pick it up and you start giving it out. And when you give it away to somebody, wish them good health, and that good health comes back to you. So as a community, we have given away, I don't know whether Hiral is here in the room. She's not yet logged in. We have given away over 1,000 kilos of grains only since September last year. So give yourselves a big round of applause. Go to the reaction box and give yourselves a big round of applause. Thank you to each and every one of you for trusting the process and being part of this charity, because as a community, I have a vision for this community, that this community in the next decade in our country will be the largest community of grain givers. So with a show of hands, how many of you are going to be part of my mission? Give me a show of hands. Awesome. Thank you so much. Guys, please switch on your videos. Don't switch them off and switch them on all the time. It's very distracting. Thank you so much. Switch on your videos, everybody. Thank you so much. Thank you. Pillar number 5, the closest to my heart. Gratitude. Your body does so much for you. Your body helps you to wake up in the morning, work out, do your work, do your day-to-day tasks. The least that you can do for your body is to say thank you. So I want each and every one of you to say thank you to your body every single day, whether it is first thing in the morning or right at the end. Make sure that you have said thank you to your eyes that you're able to see, thank you to your arms that you're able to work, thank you to your legs that you are able to work out, so on and so forth. If you follow these 5 pillars, this code of honor, I can assure you that your journey will be absolutely priceless. Even for those of you who are not here from the community, take even one pillar and apply it in your life, and you will see a huge change in your journey. So how many of you are now excited to understand and learn the power of the mind? Give me a P in the chat box. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, okay? Yeah. Let me just share my screen, everyone. Give me a minute, please. Techno D is at it. Yeah. So this session is all about understanding the mind. Okay. When you understand your mind, you understand your body. I strongly believe that it's 10% of workouts, 10% of nutrition planning, and 80% of mind programming. A little bit about myself. Most of you know my story, but I'll share my story because I want to tell you how I applied the power of my mind in my journey. I understood the power of my mind very early on in my life, when I was only 13 when I lost my father. That was the first time I dusted myself and got up and I told myself that yes, I will be able to pick up my life and start again. And I became the man of the house, helping family members to take their step forward, especially my mother. I started my journey way back in 1993 with just 1 student. And before you know it, it became 6 gyms. Again, using the power of the mind, I built it up from 1 person all the way to 6 gyms. Because I would sit and visualize my end result, and I got it. All was going really well in my life. And then in 2005, I met with a major fire accident, and I was down to 53% burns. The doctors told me that I would be in the hospital for a year. But I knew that my mind is stronger than what the doctor says. And I visualized my end result of coming back to work. And I came back to work within 3 months. It was in 2010 when I wanted to inspire our country and raise money for some charity. And I couldn't do it. And the directors of the NGO started laughing at me and mocking at me and telling me, why would somebody pay you money for dancing on stage? It was a part of my mind that told me that if someone in the world can have a record of 24 hours non-stop, then somebody else in this world can break that record as well. And I was one of those who decided to do it using the power of my mind. And I decided to break the record, and I entered the Guinness Book of World Records for 26 hours non-stop. It was that power of my mind that told me in 2014 to shut down all my gyms with no plan whatsoever. But it was that mind which brought me back into this industry, because I knew deep down that I was on a mission. And in 2018, I started my online coaching programs way before the pandemic as a futurist of this industry. I took my business online in 2018 and made my programs not only available, but also affordable to not only urban India, but also to rural India. I'm not telling you this because I want to boast. I'm telling you this because I'm on a mission to help each and every one of you in this room to make that change. Because if you make that change in your mind, if you make that change and if you make your mind powerful and strong, weight loss is only a byproduct. I can assure you, you'll be able to achieve anything. So what's the first step? Your thoughts become your everyday experiences. You become what you think. This is universal information. You pick up your experiences from the past and start lulling over it and thinking about it all the time. And those experiences are projected in your day-to-day life. So very often you start believing that that's the truth. That's the reality. But the truth is different for everyone. Each person's journey is different. Each person is fighting his or her own battle. Your thoughts become things. It's time for you to remove those thoughts which are not serving you any longer and reinstall the power of the mind. I'm not here to tell you how to enjoy living. I'm here to tell you how to avoid dying. I'm here to tell you how to manage the stress that you have, not how to avoid it. Live in the world more fully and not withdraw from it. Take care of yourself so that you can give back to others. It's not about living better. It's not about living longer, but it's about living better. Because it's just not life, it's the quality of life. So the choices that we make, how we respond to stress, how much we exercise, whether we smoke or not, our social relationships, all of the above make a huge change, have a powerful impact on your health and on your well-being. So the goal is not to tell you that you have to change, but my goal today is to provide you with the facts so that you make informed choices. We lead a lot of sedentary lives these days. Times have changed. We are in a different history time. We're taking fewer steps, and that is why it's very important for us to log what we are doing. Exercise is only a part of our lives. You've got to understand this not from your body, guys. You've got to understand this from your mind. How active are we for the remaining 23 hours of the day? It is recommended that we accumulate at least 30 minutes of physical activities. And therefore, use the staircase, clean your room, walk the dog, walk to the grocery store, park your vehicle a mile away, and so many other things. How many of you in this room are hung up with exercise? Give me an E in the chat box. Thank you. And we all know that when we exercise, we cannot take away the benefits of exercise. It decreases your fatigue. It improves your performance. It decreases the risk of all these diseases. It improves your lipid profile and generally gives you a sense of well-being. And that is why today I want to tell you that you need to detach from those thoughts that are not serving you anymore. You need to learn to handle those addictions. When I'm talking about addictions, I'm not necessarily talking to you about drugs or about alcohol. I'm talking to you about addictions of thoughts today. And of course, social media has a huge impact in your life. It's huge. Because a lot of people, instead of taking action, are constantly looking for more of validation. you need to be very careful on what you watch on social media and how much time do you spend on social media. You need to be very mindful about that. The mind cannot distinguish between real and imagery. I want you to know that 95% of your activity happens in the subconscious mind. So we have the conscious mind and we have the subconscious mind. Everything is happening in the subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind is storing every piece of information, every reality of yours. Most of our energy expenditure goes towards the brain. And that is why you need to manipulate that brain. And that is why you need to understand what is going on there. And that is why you need to reprogram your mind. When you reprogram your mind, your body will be programmed automatically. So what are some of the benefits of mind programming? It also increases your circulation. It increases your aerobic capacity, your oxygen transport system, your lung capacity, your good cholesterol, mental alertness. It decreases your heart diseases, resting heart rate, blood pressure. And you must be wondering, hey, what's the relation of mind programming with this? I'll share a story. When I met with the fire accident, my right arm was burnt, third-degree burns. And so the doctors had put an entire bandage on my arm. And a few weeks later, when they took out the bandage and they saw that this part had healed and there was only this much left, and the fingers, the skin had started coming back, they put the bandage from here to here and they opened this part. When they opened this part, ladies and gentlemen, look at here, look at the screen, look at the camera. It was a ball bandage and it was closed. And the doctors told me to open my fist and I said, it's open. And I knew that my fingers were locked in. There was no amount of physiotherapy could help me back. And the doctors brushed it aside and said, let's see what happens. And let's work on the burns. And I knew that if I didn't take massive action, remember the word, massive action, I would have never ever got this hand back. And I took every day. While I was recovering in the hospital, I would sit and open, try to open. I would do this, and in a day, not even 1 millimeter would open. And then I started using the power of my mind and started visualizing my palm opened, and it finally opened. That strong is your mind. When you put your mind to working on your heart rate, your heart rate will be normal. And that is why a lot of people, when they go through an anxiety attack, you see this breathing, your breath goes up. So that was very important for you to keep this very strong to get these benefits. How many of you feel in this room that you're enjoying this session? Give me an E in the chat box. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Beautiful. So what are some of the guidelines? Programming of the subconscious mind for conscious growth is the basis of affirmations and hypnosis for self-empowerment. I'm a strong believer of affirmations. But along with these strategies, there are other things to consider in order to create a positive mindset and a life full of growth and life full of vitality. And that is why affirmations makes a huge change, and that is the basis of mind programming. So how do you actually develop your mental strength? You need to first understand your thoughts. You need to command your thoughts. Commit to a daily routine of mind programming. It takes a lot of self-discipline, character, and a lot of patience. You need to get rid of certain thoughts which are not serving you. And that is why you need to be vigilant. You need to be a watchdog. You need to have those guards in your mind constantly and understand what's going on. You can experiment with exercise, and you know how to experiment with exercise, and you'll get all these benefits. But it's time for you to start experimenting with the mind. It's time for you to start experimenting on your nutrition with the power of your mind. Ask me how. HOW, how. Ask me how in the chat box. Thank you. You know, we go through a vicious cycle. Eat, fat loss, eat, fat loss, eat, fat loss. We don't understand this calorie deficit easily. And we are constantly chatting in our brain. What will happen? What will happen? Diet is a temporary change in your life. When you go on a diet, you get the results. When you get off the diet, you get your results come back. The only way to keep this off permanently is to adopt new habits and keep them for life using the power of your mind. It takes only 21 days. Initially, it might feel uncomfortable. But the way I work with it is, listen to me carefully, I visualize my end result. So if I want to eat a healthy meal, I visualize myself eating a healthy meal until it is so reprogrammed in my subconscious mind that that becomes my reality. It's easy to say that 21 days habit, 21 days habit. It's easy to say all that. But in reality, it's your mind that brings you back to track rather than just thinking about it, or rather than just trying to change a habit. This information I've given you guys is priceless. And when you do that, your metabolic rate goes up. The way you burn calories goes up. So as we are going deeper into mind programming, I'd like to request either Simrat or Hiral, who's there in the room, to roll out the form so that we know which community you're from. Whether you're from the Dinas Fitness community, 5-day WhatsApp class, or wherever. Because I just like to always know at the end of my session where you're from. So go fill up the form and go out there and do it. So we have some best practices. What are some of these best practices that will help you in this journey? Number one, meditation. We all need to have a morning routine. Maybe yoga, maybe fasting, mindfulness, learning to keep your mind absolutely calm, how to concentrate, 100%, focus. Any practice with passion and intensity. Whenever I do anything, I do it with passion and intensity. And I act as if there is no way in the world I'm going to fail, and I'll get the results. And in order for me to do that, I use the power of affirmations and visualization. I use the power of affirmations and visualization. And I use the power of law of attraction. And the most important thing is I learned to look within myself, not outside of myself. When you practice any of these, you don't have to practice all of them. It's not possible. But when you practice any one of them, there is no way in the world you will not get the results. Like I told you, weight loss is only a byproduct. You will get the results somehow. And we all know that there are a certain number of calories that we need to consume. Men calories, women calories, taper your calories during the day, reduce processed foods. Everyone knows all that. But I'm here to tell you today that is the power of your mind that will help you to get those results. Who wants to eat a biryani tonight? So today I want you to know one thing, that we all have stories of the past. I have so many stories of my past. The stories when I almost lost my life. 2 times, not once. The stories when my teachers shouted at me. The stories when my parents were strict with me. What about your stories? What about the relationship issues that you have? When you're young, you're super excited. And then when you go into a relationship, it starts becoming tougher. Because it's not only your spouse, but it's the extended family, which is the in-laws, outlaws, sister-in-law. And then to top it off, you have work pressures. Then you have children pressures. Then you might have a nagging mom and a nagging grandmom. There's so much going on in your life. How are you dealing with those issues? I want you to know one thing today, that you must not hold these in your mind anymore. When you're holding on to these issues, you're actually holding on to the fact in every cell in your body. A lot of us have fears. As a lot of you knew that I was supposed to go to Mumbai on Monday. Everyone in my family had fears because Mumbai is a hotbed for COVID. So due respects to everybody in the family, I did not go, but I did not have the fear because I was confident about my own aura. I was confident about my own space. When you are in a space like that and you have the fear, you will attract. And this is one of the best things that you can take away today with COVID-19 all around us. Do not have the fear of getting COVID-19. Instead, shield yourself with positivity so that even when you're exposed by chance, you're well protected. How cool was that hack for you? Give me a CH, cool hack in the chat box. Thank you. And that's why you need to learn how to handle your stress. You can't avoid it. All you need to do is just work on it on a day-to-day basis so that you're not accumulating things. Many a times we take stress and we put it under the carpet, and then another issue happens and we put it under the carpet, and one fine day it becomes a big balloon and it explodes. Don't wait for that day to come. Clear it on a day-to-day basis. Ask yourself, what is your why? Why are you on this journey? Why are you on this planet? Find your passion. Find your reason. Maybe you came in here because you were meant to be born in a beautiful family. Maybe you came in here because you needed to take care of your husband, or maybe you have beautiful children that you need to take care of. Resonate with your why. When you resonate with your why, you'll start taking care of yourself better. You'll start nurturing your relationships. You'll start looking after your body better. You'll start looking after your mind better. And you'll lead a way more freer life. And that's why, ladies and gentlemen, keep an eye on your mind codes. Watch that chatter. Keep that guard dog ready always. As soon as you have a negative thought, replace it with something positive. Keep an eye on your habits. Just the way you wake up every single day and brush your teeth. Just the way you wake up every single day and eat your food. Look after your house. Same way, learn to look after yourself. Learn to look after your body. And most important is learn to look after your mind. When I talk about habits, I'm talking about habits more from the mind than the body. When you do that, you will never reach a stage of, oh, I am exhausted. You will always have endless energy within you and outside of you. And you in turn will create that ripple effect to help other people and nurture your relationships and help other people come out of the stresses that they are going through. And that is why that little big black book of mine does wonders for me every day. I was in a mastermind session with my coach yesterday, yes. And he asked me to unmute myself and share with the community members why I am where I am today, whereas so many other community members in his community were struggling to get their jobs done. And I only said that I have this to-do list that I write down every single day. There is not a day that goes by. It starts with my morning affirmations, my morning practices, my morning routines, what I'm going to cook, what I'm going to clean that day, how much I'm going to exercise, what work am I going to do, and how many people am I going to inspire. Everything is written down in my book. What are you doing? How many of you in this room are actually writing down your goals every day? Give me a G in the chat box. Every day. Your to-do list, not your goal, sorry, your to-do list. I just want to see the chat box. Yeah. Oopsies. You will be facing a lot of hurdles. Your journey will never be struggle-free. You need to overcome these hurdles. Guys, don't lose motivation. If you know what your why is, if you know what your goal is, don't lose motivation. There is no secret pill. There's only a start date, which is today, and there is no end date for you to get the results, because you're in a community where you've come here to lose weight. Let's not lose focus of that. You need a system. Don't wait till tomorrow. It's not okay to slip back. It's not okay to procrastinate. If you do fall, don't shame yourself. Don't set unrealistic deadlines. Don't fall prey to temptations, shortcuts, YouTube videos. Stop spending too much time looking after YouTube videos and on Instagram and Facebook. Look within yourself. When you want to give up, get back your vision of success. Remind yourself what is at stake. Change your negative thoughts and replace them with positive thoughts. And constantly focus on your why. Why are you doing this? The day you understand your why, there will be not a single day when you slack. Oops. And therefore, you need to understand that if you follow these practices, there is no way in the world you're going to fail. Because it's just not life. It's the quality of life that I want each and every one of you to lead. Thank you. How are you feeling? Pumped, nice, relaxed, super, calm, motivated, superb. Now what I'm going to do is, we have another 15 minutes to go before we close. I'm going to put you all out in breakout rooms. How many of you want to go to breakout rooms? Give me a whoosh whoosh in the chat box. Give me a whoosh whoosh. Come on, give me a whoosh 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 in the chat box. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to put you out in breakout rooms. Give your 3 takeaways. First and foremost, tell them your name. You can see the name, which city you're from, whether you're from the Dinas Fitness community or the 5-day WhatsApp class, didn't join the community, you have come in from somewhere else, God knows. Let them know. And then share 3 takeaways from today's session. Okay, are you ready? I am going to put 8 people, and if you are in a breakout room, please make sure that your video is on. Yeah, Homa, you're ready. Hold on. Keep it ready, keep it there. Make sure that your video is on because it's very rude. Look at this. Look at this. How do you feel when I'm talking to you with my video off? Like this or like this? You don't like, no? So make sure that your video is on. I have got 31 breakout rooms and 7 to 8 people in each room. So my breakout rooms are opened. Get ready. Get ready for the whoosh. 1, 2, whoosh.